Hey, what's going on, y'all? Lincoln Infield here, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine, and this is Friday, February 20th, and this is your weekend events update. Which is kind of a shame. I generally do these on Wednesdays or sometimes Thursday, and this week Friday, which wouldn't be such a bad deal other than it's so damn nice outside. It was supposed to be a nasty day. It was supposed to rain all day, and apparently the weather guessers have it wrong again today. So I just happened to pop outside right before I started this, and man, it's a beautiful day out there. So we're gonna try to keep this generally short, so because there's motorcycles out there to ride. It's Friday, and truth be told, we shouldn't be working past 4 o'clock anyway. So let's get down to brass tacks before we get to events and before we do any of that. We've got to talk about the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine, which this month is sponsored by A1 Cycles Cash Days 4. This is the February cover right here, man. Beautifully done. This event is of course Cash Days 4, which means it's their fourth event. And this has been put on by A1 Cycles. Mike Beelan, man, a racer himself, puts on one hell of a great race. $25,000 purse for the race stuff. Very, very cool stuff going on there. It's always been a successful race to be at as a racer or a spectator. This year, they're going the extra mile. They have brought on board the Old Town Revival folks to put on a spring fling at the event. Now, this is going to be April 24th and 25th, so you got plenty of time to put it on your um, calendar there. But so the racing will be going on all day long. It's going to be a great thing to do. But if you want to step away from the track for a little bit, the guys at Foundation Murdo Made Distillery, the OTR folks are going to have a whole run of cool stuff going on off track for you. I'm talking about like whiskey tastings. I hear rumors of BMX stunts, all kinds of cool stuff going on, bike shows, all kinds of cool stuff. And if you've ever been to an OTR event, you know that they do a pretty damn good job. There's also going to be a dedicated lane for a run what you brung stuff. So if you're not part of the $25,000 drag race purse, you can still take your bike or car, possibly. Don't quote me on that. We only deal with the car, the motorcycle part of it. You can take your bike down the track in a dedicated lane. Pretty cool stuff right there. So again, this is April 24th and 25th at Shady Side Dragway, which is Shelby, North Carolina. The A1 Cycles Cash Days 4 with the OTR Spring Fling. Put it on your calendar now. You're not going to want to miss out on this stuff. The best way to remember these things, though, guys, is by picking up the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine. 10,000 copies strong each and every month, delivered across North and South Carolina. Pick yourself up a copy for free at any one of our advertisers' places of business. But if you want last minute updates, if you want to keep up with current things that may have happened in between print issues, all you got to do is go to our website, which is fullthrottlemagazine.com. It's going to look a lot like this. If you go to that fullthrottlemagazine.com and scroll down a little bit on the page, you'll see this month's magazine. You'll see the cover story. And then you'll get down to a little image that looks like this. It says subscribe to our events and news updates. Now, this is going to be email blasts. This is going to be text blasts. This is also going to be things you see on your social medias. But if you click right there, it's going to take a second to make sure that you're not a robot. But whenever that comes up, verify you're a human. Boom, look at this. I hate waiting. Then you'll have a screen like this. All you got to do is fill in these terribly difficult questions like what's your first name, what's your last name. If you just want to email, then you can have it emailed here. If you want to be texted, you can also enter your information there. And then what will happen is every Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe Friday, depending on the week that I'm having, you'll get a text or an email with all the events, anything coming up, any kind of special news bulletin that we come up with will come directly to you. Now, truthfully, you should still pick up the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine print issue because it's got all the content in it. This month we have 2 bike features. We've got a dozen stories in there, all kinds of great deals from our advertisers across North and South Carolina. So still, you need to pick up the print issue. But if you're looking for those last minute updates and you don't want to listen to me talk about it on social media, then click on that there buttons there, and it'll hook you up with some information in your inbox. So make sure you check that out. Now, again, we've got a couple of events to talk about, but also one of the things that we've got to talk about is the events that we're doing here. The January 31st bike show did not happen. That's okay. The world goes on, and we've moved into the 2026 Full Throttle Magazine Custom Bike Show Tour, which will have at least 8 dates in North and South Carolina, including rally dates, things like that. We do 4 shows a year in Myrtle Beach, 2 in the spring, 2 in the fall. Sometimes we do Outer Banks Bike Week. We have for the last few years. We're still waiting on confirmation there. We've got Angier Bike Fest in June. And then we've also got the first show of the year, March 14th at Independence Harley Davidson, Charlotte, North Carolina, or Matthews, whichever one you put in the machine. It'll take you to the same place. March 14th, we're going to be hosting an indoor custom motorcycle showcase inside the dealership, man. Unprecedented stuff, man. Always breaking the barriers here. They have cleared out a section of the dealership, and we're going to have 30 motorcycles in there that we've handpicked to showcase inside. Now, and here's the deal, and it's funny, I got this remark on our TikTok, and it's funny, it must be somebody that, and I'm not mad at them or anything like that, but that doesn't follow us this often, because 99% of our shows are ride-in shows. Now Greensboro is a registration show, and this one has some indoor stuff on it, stuff like that too. But most of the time, they are ride-in shows, and this one, this person, hey, make sure you highlight those ridden motorcycles. We do that too. So not only are we having a 30 motorcycle custom showcase inside, but there's going to be a ride-in People's Choice Bike Show outside. So all this stuff is free registration, man. We don't charge registration other than for the Greensboro show, and that's because we got to pay the rent. But other than that, this is going to be a great day. This is going to be a great event. Come inside, check out the hand-picked 30 custom motorcycles. Put your bike in the ride-in People's Choice Bike Show. We'll have trophies for the People's Choice Bike Show. There's also going to be a swap meet / vendor village going on outside. There's going to be food trucks. There's a ride that day. Our friends from Bikes and Coffee will be riding in from Cramerton or wherever they come from. They've got an event. They do this once a month, and this is going to be the destination for this day. I really should have had that graphic too, but we can't win them all, right? So Bikes and Coffee next week. Next week I'll have that on here. It's actually, hold on a second, watch this. It's on this on the email blast. So if you get the email blast, let me switch over to this real quick, and we'll actually get the dope on this. Looky here. Okay, so the Bikes and Coffee event will be coming out of Floyd and Blackie's in Cramerton, North Carolina. Kickstands up at 10 a.m. Group ride to the bike show, and they usually have a pretty big crowd there. So if you want to ride in with some folks, man, you should join up with them. If you just want to ride in by yourself, man, more power to you. That's what usually happens for us too. But like I said, it's going to be a big day at Independence Harley Davidson. And honestly, hey, look, we've got the first 13 bikes that we've posted. Now we've chosen all the bikes, but we're going through and posting them, keeping the promotion up this time. So check this out. We've got the first 13 bikes that we've posted. So let's take a look at them. And now this is in no particular order or anything like that. Actually, when I went back through and made these graphics and put them together for this slideshow, it's honestly in reverse alphabetical order, just because that's the way I put them up there. But like I said, all these bikes that they emailed in, we've looked through them. A couple of them are already new. A couple of them were bikes that were going to be unveiled in Greensboro, and so I wanted to still give them that opportunity, and we've moved them to this. So first off is a beautiful 1976 FLH Sue Hatch. Now she's been in a few of our shows. If you know this one, she gets out and rides this thing, but it's a super clean FLH. It's not all the way original, man, but it is very, very close with some nice little custom pieces on. What's going on, Pops? How you doing, brother? Good to see you on here. Next up is Rick Whipple's 2005 Harley Davidson Heritage Softail. Pops, we're going through the first couple of bikes here that are going to be at the bike show at Independence Harley Davidson on March 14th, which I expect you to be at as well. So sit down, check it out. We'll look through. There's Philip Cooper. Philip Cooper, what's going on, my friend? Over here on Instagram. Sorry, I can't get to those comments. I can do the Facebook ones. I can do the YouTube comments, but the Instagram doesn't jive well with my software here. Third up is Ricky Marasi, so whatever he wants to call himself. This is one of my buddies. I've seen him at a couple different shows, and he's been building this bike along. Great motorcycle. He was also going to be in Greensboro. I was really happy to be able to bring him along for this independent show. Beautiful Cholo style touring bike. Because I don't know about you guys, but Cholo for me, man, Cholo has no bags, man. This is kind of one of those things. So that's what we look for if you're ever looking at our stuff. But this is a nice Cholo style touring bike, a 2005 Harley Davidson Road King from Ricky. Dirt Poor is the name of this bike. Really looking forward to see that. This is a beautiful bike. You're gonna like seeing that. Rodney Morton is bringing his 1978 Harley Davidson Shovelhead Chopper. Now this is a showstopper for sure. Beautiful bike. I've seen this one in person, and very happy that they submitted their bike to this event here. Also a Morton bike, the 1956 Triumph Work Nuremberg, the Cornet 2. Now, this is another bike that was going to be in Greensboro. They built this specifically or restored it specifically for that event. Very, very happy to have this on the floor and be able to showcase this for them, man. Because this is one that I'm looking forward to see this one as well. Mike Brusso, which is the president of the AMCA Southern National Swap Meet in Denton, the event president there, is bringing his 1939 Harley Davidson Knucklehead. It is an absolutely stunning motorcycle, just about as factory as it can be for 1939. Beautiful, beautiful bike. By the way, if you love old motorcycles, you absolutely have to be at the AMCA Southern National Meet, which is in October at Denton Farm Park in Denton, North Carolina. We're always there, man. It's a great time, but it's just one of those must be at events. Also, as an invited bike, Kristen Shipwash's 1972 Honda 7 CB750 chopper. Now, for anybody that does not know, you should know, but the CB750 is the most chopped motorcycle in the world, and this is a fine, fine representation in a Amen Savior frame. This is a beautiful bike. I'm really, really honored to have this one on the floor. And it's always nice to bring some Hondas into the Harley shop, right? So very, very cool example of a 70s chopper here. Looking forward to having that one on the floor there. Justin Fox, which is actually the guy that runs the Bikes and Coffee ride, also has a entirely beautiful 1979 Harley Davidson Shovelhead chopper. It'll be on the floor with us in Charlotte on the 14th as well. Cool bike there. Let's see. Now, this one I'm super, super pleased about. Jason Bullard, White Line Creations. Now, he built this bike with the intentions of unveiling it in Greensboro. That got spoiled. So absolutely one of my first calls whenever we're going to do this. My second call was to Independence to see if we had a door wide enough to get this thing in there. Because let me tell you guys, it's 6 feet wide and 14 feet long. But this is a monster old school, trike here. Now, this thing is running two 1600 Yamaha engines, one on either side. Honestly, I've been excited to see this thing for a couple months and was devastated that we weren't going to see it in Greensboro. So that's the deal. Make sure you come by and check this one's going to have a lot of people standing around and super excited to have that on there. Another bike that was going to be unveiled in Greensboro, Hank Thibodeau, Widowmaker Custom Design and Repair in Rougemont, North Carolina. Anybody that knows Hank knows when he builds something, he does it from tip to tip, man. I mean, this thing is all the way done. A beautiful, beautiful modern chopper with an M8. This is Miss M8, I believe is the name that he gave this thing. You will not find any tie wraps, tape, anything weird on this bike. This is all fully done, modern chopper style. I did get to go out and see this in person last week. Man, this is a stunning bike. Can't wait to have this on the floor in Independence. Mind you, that is a faux gas tank where the gas tank is, and the rear fender is the gas tank. And he made that thing 4 gallons. It's a 4 gallon rear fender gas tank. Man, this thing is a cool bike. Lots of other tricks on there that I won't give away yet, but you'll want to come out and see this one. And Eric Stein. Eric Stein's a friend of ours, man. Actually, nationwide kind of guy. His bikes show up all over the place. As a matter of fact, he was part of the 2026 Harley Davidson reveal videos. I believe him and his wife were doing the trike, which I thought was funny because Eric's always been a chopper guy, a performance guy. So having him ride the trikes was an interesting take on things. But I guess that gives you a chance to really give a good impression. But Eric, man, builds some cool stuff. This is his 2025 Evo chopper. That thing looks like a burner. Really excited to see that one. Then Dwayne Matthews. This is another bike that was coming to Greensboro. 1993 Harley Davidson FXR. It was part of an FXR tour recently. Beautifully redone FXR. Just happy to have that one on the floor, man. That thing's been done all the way down to the frame and back up, man. Cool bike there. And then I believe this is last, but certainly not least. This is Brianna's, the girl with the pink sporty. If you're looking her up on Instagram, this is another bike that was going to be in Greensboro. Super excited to have this one on the floor. 2021 Harley Davidson Iron 1200. And it's funny, man. Now this is one that I was interested in. It's extremely well built. The parts list on this thing is a mile long. And then we posted it, and the internet went crazy over having this thing there. Apparently, she's quite popular as well. So that's the first 13. The first 13 bikes that we've posted. Like I said, we've gotten all of them booked. And I'll say all 30 of them, but in all reality, 29, because I had one of my friends come in that had a beautiful bike that I went after, and he sold the damn thing. He sold it just like that. But I'm happy for him. He sold the motorcycle. It's good for him. It's good for the community. Somebody else is going to get a cool bike. So actually, we're down to 29. 29. So guys, that actually opens the door if you guys have a bike you want to be inside at the Independence Harley Davidson in Charlotte, North Carolina on March 14th. Shoot us an email. Send us a good look at that. Now, like I said, what we're looking for is over the top customs, well-made custom motorcycles, things like that. And let's not say that we're not going to fit all of them in there. So I expect that a lot of these bikes are going to end up in the ride in People's Choice thing, which is awesome too. Man, I love a bike that's covered in dirt and bugs, man, because it means you rode the thing and you're happy with it, and that's we can still see the cool stuff there. So that's the deal there. That is what we're looking for this March 14th. The first 13 bikes revealed. 17 bikes to go. Is that right? Is that good math there? I think so. 17 bikes to go on that because we're having 30 total. So check back if you're online, our Instagram Full Throttle Bike Show Tour, and Full Throttle Magazine, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine on Facebook. Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine on Facebook. There's at one time there's a few other Full Throttles. There's also one in Missouri that just uses Full Throttle Magazine. All they do is post girl pictures, which, mind you, nobody hates that, but at the same time, that's not us. And when you see us posting, we're usually doing information and events and motorcycles and stuff like that. So that's what we've got coming up. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about this weekend's events. We do have a couple. It is still the winter riding season for like another. No wait, March 21st is the official first day of spring. So we're still technically in the winter riding season. Does not mean that there's not some cool things to go out and go see. But we're still piling up events now. The full cruise encounter is always on our website, fullthrottlemagazine.com, or in the print issue. But let's look at them. Saturday, February 21st, we're kicking off the weekend at Riding High Harley Davidson in High Point, North Carolina, for the season opener. It's the cure for the winter blues. They're gonna have live music. They're gonna have free food. They're gonna have giveaways. And I'm not sure when this cuts off, but they've also got a free gift if you RSVP at ridinghighharleydavidson.com. It's a cool keychain. I did it. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna stop by over there tomorrow and hang out for a little while over there. Check out the live music, grab a bite to eat, and check out the new 2026 Harley Davidson motorcycles. They'll have them on the floor, and hey, man, they'll be for sale too. So you might want. Oh, there he is! There he is! I'm glad you're coming anyway. Like I said, now we've featured Jonathan's bikes in the magazine before. He's won awards at our bike shows. Like I said, happy for the guy that bought it. Disappointed for me because I really wanted that bike on the floor. But I'm glad to see you there, man. I was kind of hoping you were watching that. So we're down to 29. 29. Thanks to Jonathan. Thanks, pal. Love you anyway, man. February 21st, also Saturday, 20th anniversary polar bear run at Samuel C. Hart Post 14 in Salisbury, North Carolina. This is going to benefit David Mayhew. It's going to have a ride, an auction, food, 50-50 door prizes. Get out there and do a ride with the Samuel C. Hart Post 14 in Salisbury, North Carolina. Tilly Harley Davidson in Statesville, North Carolina. It's got their chili cook-off going on. It's $5 to taste and judge, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And let me tell you guys, this is one of my favorite type events. The only thing that I love about wintertime is the food. Stews, chilies, warm weather or cold weather food, man. I'm telling you what, I dig it. So this is one of my favorite type of events here. $5, and you get to eat a bunch of chili. Doesn't get much better than that, other than you're hanging out at the dealership with a lot of cool motorcycles and your biker type friends. They're also going to have live music by Rose and Thorn, so make sure you get out there and check that out. Or if you got a chili to put in, you can register your chili team. The winner gets a $50 Tilly gift card and, of course, bragging rights for next year. Independence Harley Davidson in Charlotte, North Carolina, Matthews, North Carolina, however you want to call it, is having their Kickstart the Season event this weekend as well, this Saturday to be exact, 12 to 3 p.m. Free wings to the first 10 customers, prizes, giveaway, patch vendor, all kinds of cool stuff, man. Make sure you get out there and see my boys over there at Independence Harley Davidson in Charlotte, Matthews, North Carolina. Down home, Harley Davidson's having their gumbo cook off, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. See, it's a good eating season, guys. Good eating season in Burlington, North Carolina. $5 to taste them all and judge. Free to enter, but must RSVP. So if you're a Gumby, I'm Gumby, damn it. If you're a gumbo person, you can RSVP and put your gumbo in here, or go by and taste all the gumbo you want. $5 right there, down home Harley Davidson this Saturday. Tobacco Road Harley Davidson's having their odometer challenge for all y'all that are claiming that you ride all the time. I see you out there. I see you out there. This is where you put your mouth where the miles are. Customers submit their current mileage. There's gift card prizes, taco lunch, and then they have a odometer challenge. So submit your current mileage for a chance to win. Motorcycle must be present to submit mileage. So don't bring a picture of your odometer, man. I got a couple of those too. 100,000 miles that last year. So check that out. Tobacco Road Harley Davidson this Saturday. Fort Bragg Harley Davidson, Fayetteville, North Carolina, having their ride into spring prep day. Get ready for spring. They've got spring prep and shop vibes. Live Harley text talks at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Let's see. Look at this. Bonus savings will pay your sales tax. I read that as we'll take your tax check, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying they'll pay your sales tax, which, of course, if you had your tax check, I'm sure they would help you out with that and put you on a beautiful new motorcycle. So check them out right there. Fort Bragg Harley Davidson, which I also seen, and I've seen this for a couple of them, but them in particular, they're hiring as well. So if you guys are looking for, get in the sales business there, they're hiring down there at Fort Bragg Harley Davidson. Get into the motorcycle community. Lejeune Motorsports in Jacksonville, North Carolina, have their 24th annual Chili Poker Run. Again, good eating, good riding. Let's do it. Registration is at 9 a.m. this Saturday. Last bike is in at 2 p.m. $10 a hand, $15 for 2 hands, $20 for 3 hands, includes t-shirts, supplies while supplies last, door all that good stuff. This is a Rolling Thunder NC5, benefits veterans and POW issues. You can't go wrong with that kind of stuff. So make sure you check that one out. Lejeune Motorsports in Jacksonville, North Carolina this Saturday. I like this one because I like the name. Icicle Ride. Now I don't know that it's going to be cold enough to be an icicle ride this weekend, which is not. It's not a terrible thing. It's not a terrible thing, but they're still going to have the icicle ride at the Beaver Bar in Murrells Inlet. Registration is going to be 9 a.m. Kickstands are up at 12 p.m. Benefits local veterans and is hosted by the CVMA South Carolina 34-3. Going to be a good event. And by the way, if you've got patches, my personal favorite patch guy is going to be there. Wrapped it is, and they're always at all of our events. I've got like my fanny pack is full of patches I carry around all year long, just waiting to run into this guy to put them on my denim jacket, man. So make sure you check that one out right there at the Beaver Bar in Murrells Inlet. Now, ride with Vroom Old Man Pat Cornell out of American Biker in Ladson, South Carolina, all the way down to the tippy tip bottom of South Carolina. Now this is the fella here that he put 175,000 miles on his Indian Challenger in, I want to say, 175 days. Some crazy amount of miles. He's raising awareness for myotonic dystrophy. And I get really tongue tied on those guys, so no disrespect, but it's just one of the things that's hard for me to say. I can say stuff like motorcycle, but these are difficult. But you get to ride with him. Join the ride to help him reach his goal. Entry fee is $20. Meet up and ride with the legend Pat Cornell at 10 a.m. at American Biker in Ladson, South Carolina. So make sure you check that one out there. And then Sunday at Springer's Bar in Greensboro, North Carolina. Benefit for Kim Campbell. They're raising money for her. By the way, always a good time at Springer's in Greensboro, one of our favorite local watering holes there. They're going to have auctions, food, live music, reverse drawdown, gun raffle, pool tournament, and ride. The ride is weather permitting, but it's going to be nice, so they'll probably have the ride. But here's the deal, guys. You can always go out and have a great time at an event. And, hey, by the way, it benefits a lady that needs your help, so it never hurts, man. But it's a good time even if you don't know Kim. You can still go out there and have a good time. So that's what we've got going on this weekend. Now, in the future, we've got some things that we just need to make sure to keep on the radar. Starting off with Daytona Bike Week is coming up February 27th through March 8th. The Florida Mecca Bike Rally. So you gotta say that because honestly, in the Carolinas, Myrtle Beach is Mecca here too. So there's all kinds of Mecca bike rallies, but Legend rides on, get down to Daytona. Always a good time. One of my favorite rallies of the year. And then, like we talked about this one already, March 14th, the Bikes and Coffee ride that's coming in from Floyd and Blackie's in Cramerton and going to end up at our March 14th indoor custom motorcycle showcase and ride in People's Bike Show at Independence. Evil Twins Motorcycle Parts is having their third annual Chop and Swap on April 19th. If you like swap meets and old motorcycles, definitely somewhere you need to be. April 11th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, Doghouse Harley Davidson in Rock Hill, South Carolina is having their Carolina Takeover event with live music by Saving Abel and also the Wall of Death, which, by the way, you should go and see as many times as they'll have it. It's a great event. I love the Wall of Death. I'll go see it 6 times a day if they'll let me, man. It's great stuff to go down at Doghouse Harley Davidson, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Cash Days 4, like we talked about, April 24th and 25th at Shady Side Dragway in Shelby, North Carolina. And then, of course, the Smokeout, which is the second weekend in September. I want to say that's the 10th and 11th and the 12th. Make sure you check them out. This is the original Chopper Party and one that we do not miss. We will be there in force again in Salisbury, North Carolina, at the Rowan County Fairgrounds. So make sure you get out to that one. That's what we've got going on this weekend and into the future. Make sure that you keep up with all this stuff and go out and ride your motorcycle because that's what it's really, really about. But we're gonna get off of here as my wife texted me 29 minutes to go ago and reminded me that I'm doing this during the USA hockey game. It's the semifinals, so whenever they win this game, they'll go on to play Canada in the gold medal match. Man, we got to win. So that's the deal. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna watch a little hockey. It's time to go ride motorcycles because it's 4 o'clock on Friday. So get out there and have yourself a good time. Make sure you always take the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine along with you so you keep up with everything going on, whether you're picking it up in print or reading it online on our website, fullthrottlemagazine.com. All right. That is 28 minutes of your life that you've completely wasted. You'll never get it back, but I appreciate you spending it with me. Get out there and ride your motorcycles. Have a great day. We'll see you out there.